Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Me, Diamond18 here, and today we're going to be previewing and giving my predictions, including the starting lineup prediction for the game tomorrow night. Celtic in their second game of the Europa League group stage as we take on Cluj at Celtic Park, a familiar opposition. Obviously, took them on earlier in the season in the Champions League qualifiers, where it wasn't a pleasant experience. It was a game we want to forget, a game we want to move on to, but a game that we can also look back on and learn our mistakes from. And a team that, basically every Celtic fan expected to see us go through against in the Champions League qualifiers, which would have took us on to play Slavia Prague, but we didn't get that opportunity because of a lot of mistakes, and mainly Scott Brown trying to play volleyball. That was the main mistake that night. If you remember, we were 2-1 up at the time. All the momentum was on our side. Cluj get a corner, ball comes in, Scott Brown sticks his hand in the air and hands the ball for some reason. And from there, it went to 2-2. We went back up. We made it 3-2. Cluj scored another. It was 3-3. And then the final nail in the coffin, when we realised it was done, when we realised we weren't going to be heading to the Champions League this season, they go and score a fourth goal and actually beat us at Celtic Park, which was humiliating. But tomorrow we have a chance for retribution. We head back to Celtic Park in the Europa League, the first truly competitive group stage game of football at Celtic Park since this time last year around. Well, obviously it was about November, December time, but we're heading back to the group stages at Celtic Park, a night under the disco lights, as they like to be referred to. Look, it's a game where we are very much capable of beating Cluj. Once again, I don't want to go in and underestimate them. They're not mugs. They clearly have an idea of what they're doing. They actually just came off the back of a fantastic result against Lazio. Let's not forget that. At home, against Lazio, who are the top ranked team in the group, and a team who are miles ahead of both Cluj and probably us as well. Yet Cluj managed to get a 2-1 victory and sit currently top of the group. They're not mugs, they know what they're doing. But from our mistakes and from what we learned over those two games against them earlier in the summer, we should, well, it was late summer, we should really be going out here for a win tomorrow at Celtic Park. It's a great opportunity for us to go top of the group. We done fantastic against Rennes. Over in Rennes, we should have won the game. We were denied a Stonewall penalty, which could have gave us the lead. We missed a few good chances. We were the better team the majority of the game against Rennes, and that was away from home. Now we're playing a team who are not as good as Rennes. No disrespect. I want to add that in quickly. Not disrespecting the opposition. Cluj clearly are capable, but a team Rennes probably better than them. And we managed to head away from home and get a very positive result and performance, which indicates to me tomorrow night we should be more than capable of winning the game. And the wake-up call and the problem should be sorted from the last time we played them. Look, the last time we played them, let's not talk about the game over in Cluj, right? We'll take that out of the equation. We'll refer to the Celtic Park game where we lost 4-3. It was a game where, as I've already went through, we were in the driving seat for a lot of the game. The momentum was on our side. We were the better team until a couple of cock-ups just changed the whole direction of the game, changed the whole mentality of the game. We then went to the back burner. We were defensively abysmal, and from even in that brief period of time, because that Cluj game was the kind of blow up moment for a lot of Celtic fans, where we all went and overreacted, you could say. The fan base attacked Neil Lennon, they attacked the team, they attacked Peter Lawwell. There was demands for this, that, and the next thing. That was the game, followed by the Dunfermline performance in the cup. It was that really was the moment where everything has changed for Celtic, and we have been superb over the last couple of months. Now, we'll come on to the most recent game in a moment against Hibs at the weekend, because obviously we've got to talk about that. We've got to talk about recent form going into the game. But that moment against Cluj was the kind of, I think, wake-up call for Neil Lennon and what he had to do to improve the team, to change maybe his own tactics, his own mentality, to make sure that the Celtic team are playing their best football. And ever since that game, and since that Dunfermline performance also, we have been near unstoppable. We have been great. We went to Ibrox, we convincingly beat Rangers. We have been phenomenal at home, scoring goals for fun. We are through to the semi-final of the Cup. We got a fantastic away result in Europe. The only downfall is our most recent game against Hibs at the weekend there, where we didn't look too sharp. Things were changed by Neil Lennon, which probably shouldn't have been changed. You don't change what's not broken, Against Hibs, I don't think it should be a major alarm for the game tomorrow night. Now, obviously, you want to go into these European games with a win, but Easter Road is a tough place to go to. We know that. But under Brendan Rodgers, we never won there. Last season, even when Lennon came in, we never won there. We've still not won there since Hibs have been promoted back to the top flight. It's not an easy game. Going there and expecting a win, yes, maybe against a side who, obviously, Hibs right now having a nightmare start, which means we probably should have taken advantage of that and got our first win at Easter Road in however many years. But I don't think it should be a massive alarm for tomorrow night. I believe tomorrow night we'll see the return of our strongest squad on the park. There's only 2 players that are going to miss this game. One is Bayo, who shouldn't be even out of the squad. I believe his red card should have been rescinded after the first game, but it's not happening. He will be suspended for tomorrow night. And Siminovic is the only player injured in the squad as of my current knowledge. So tomorrow night you're looking at a potential first class Premier Celtic side taking on a team that we are dying for retribution against in a game which can see us head top of the group. If we win this game, we'll be sitting in 4 points. Obviously, Rennes could go and beat Lazio and they could be sitting in 4 points too, but we will be in a very comfortable position if we go out tomorrow night and win this game, which I believe is more than possible. I do not want to underestimate the opponent. I don't want to look back in this video and go, Ryan, what were you thinking? But when you look at the sides on paper and you look at the situation and you look at our form since the last time we played Cluj, we can do this at Celtic Park. If it was maybe away from home tomorrow night, there'd be a bit more doubt in my mind and my eyes. I'd be feeling a little bit more apprehensive towards the game and the approach towards the game, mostly because they have came off a fantastic result against Lazio. I did not expect them to go out and beat Lazio on the first match day. It's put them in a terrific position, and also their confidence will be flowing. The way they came to Celtic Park the last time, they obviously scored 4 goals. It wasn't a typically defensive approach. You expect we're used to teams coming to Celtic Park, especially domestically, of course, coming and setting up shop, defending, and we struggle to break them down at points. But with Cluj, I believe they will come out with all the confidence in the world, and they'll probably want to go and score goals as well. They want to play some attacking football. I don't expect them to sit back and take things easy and make our life hard. I think they'll go for it as well. So we have to take advantage of those chances. We've got players scoring goals at the minute all over the park. You've got Christie, who's banging them in. I think he's the top scorer at the moment. Odsonne Edouard, who's Edouard. You've got Forrest, who's scoring goals. El Yunusi will hopefully come in and score some goals. Even if you went with Sinclair or Johnson, they've been scoring goals. Sinclair came back and got a goal against Partick Thistle, and Cham scored 2 during the week as well. You've got goals from every area of the park. And we really just need to, I think, go for this. Defensively, we're going to be far more structured and far better off than what we were the last time we played them. The back 4 we played against Cluj at Celtic Park back in August or July was made up of makeshift. You had Beaton in there. We were still struggling to get Bolingoli on his best game. It was really not, the proper Celtic back 4. Fraser Forster hadn't arrived yet either. Now we have the opportunity to correct every mistake we made that day and that evening and go out and potentially get a few past them. I don't expect a very prolific performance in the sense we'll score 4 or 5 goals, but I do think we are good enough to go out and win the game tomorrow night. Now, we're running out of time quickly, and I'm in a big rush. I want to make this video badly, so that's why I've done it. So, starting lineup tomorrow night has to be the strongest team for me, and there is no doubt this is the strongest team for me. Fraser Forster to be in goals, Hatem Abdelhamid out on the right, centre half, so Julian and Ayer obviously, can get himself a little caught up in these big games. Hopefully doesn't do that. Left back, Bolingoli, because Taylor hasn't been in the team yet, so there's not really any competition there at the moment, I believe. Brown and McGregor are going to be in the midfield, despite what people say about dropping Brown and such, bringing in Cham, and Cham's a better player. Maybe even McGregor at this point, a lot of people would argue, but I think it's going to be Brown and McGregor that will not be dropped, and it's still our strongest lineup in my eyes at the moment. Left, El Yunusi, right, Forrest, Christie, and behind the man himself, Odsonne Edouard. And tomorrow I'm feeling confident. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Celtic win. I think the defence is going to be far better than what it was last time. I believe Scott Brown will hopefully keep his head intact and he will not try and slam dunk the ball in the box. Look, I don't see why we shouldn't win this game. We are the 2nd ranked team in the pot against the 4th ranked team in the pot. We're at home, we're at Celtic Park, where we really should be taking advantage of the atmosphere and the fans being there, and overall just the whole opportunity to go and take that top spot in the group. Neil Lennon will know what this means. We need to get to the last 32 this year if we want to improve on what we've done last year. and this is going to be a massive step to doing so. So anyway, that's my predictions, that's my team, that's my score. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you all. I'm going to have to click for this one next time. I missed the fucking clip.